Imagine being someone who had complete command over your body's needs and passions. By many accounts, Socrates was such a man. Let us see if we can learn his secret to self-mastery.
He was always dressed in shabby old clothes and went barefoot everywhere. His indifference to heat and cold, hunger and thirst, amazed everyone.
His endurance was simply marvelous when, being cut off from our supplies, we were compelled to go without food. His fortitude in enduring cold was also surprising. There was a severe frost, and everybody else either remained indoors or were well shod and had their feet swathed in felt and fleeces. In the midst of this, Socrates, with his bare feet on the ice and in his ordinary dress, marched better than the other soldiers who had shoes, and they looked daggers at him because he seemed to despise them.
How did Socrates gain such mastery over himself? Socrates didn't speak in terms of willpower, and he ridiculed common ideas of asceticism. Instead, he mastered his body's changeful passions by cultivating a love of changeless wisdom. Philosophy.
When the soul uses the body as an instrument of perception, is it not then dragged by the body into the region of the changeable and wanders and is confused? The world spins round her and she is like a drunkard when she touches change? But when returning into herself, she reflects. Then she passes into the other world, the region of purity and eternity and immortality and unchangeableness, which are her kindred. When she is by herself and not let or hindered, she ceases from her erring ways. And being in communion with the unchanging is unchanging. And the state of the soul is called wisdom.
Socrates uses the term soul to refer to that self-evident intellectual faculty capable of contemplating the changeless. Since death pertains to the realm of change, the changeless soul is not subject to death. However, the soul that's attached to a body can get stuck in a hellish state.
After a man is dead, the corpse or visible part of him would naturally be dissolved and decomposed and dissipated. That soul, herself invisible, departs to the invisible world, to the divine and immortal and rational. Thither arriving, she is secure of bliss. But the soul, which is in love with and fascinated by the body until she is led to believe that the truth only exists in a bodily form, is accustomed to hate and fear and avoid the intellectual principle, which to the bodily eye is dark and invisible. She is held fast by the corporeal, which the continual association and constant care of the body have wrought into her nature. And this corporeal element, my friend, is heavy and weighty and earthy, and is that element of sight by which a soul is depressed and dragged down again into the visible world because she is afraid of the invisible. No one who is not entirely pure at the time of his departure is allowed to enter the company of the gods, but the lover of wisdom only. And this is the reason why the true votaries of philosophy abstain from all fleshly lusts, not because they fear poverty or the ruin of their families, nor because they dread dishonor. They who have any care of their own souls and do not merely live molding and fashioning the body, say farewell to all this. They will not walk in the ways of the blind. When philosophy offers them purification and release from evil, they feel they ought not to resist her influence, and whither she leads, they turn and follow.
This is the Socratic solution to self-mastery. Wisdom offers a release from evil, and the philosopher follows wisdom with loving obedience. This will become more clear as we continue our reading of the Phaedo.